with Chef Nora at the James Beard Awards Gala 2012. We're really excited to talk with her today because Nora was the first restaurant that became certified organic in the U.S. Nora, tell us about how you feel about being here today and what led you to become a certified organic restaurant in the U.S. when you did.
Okay, well, I feel wonderful to be here today because James Beard was really the person that taught me about American food. I'm of Zen, and when I came to this country in the late 60s, I felt that there was no food culture, and by meeting, and he came even to my restaurant, James Beard. So by reading his books, his cookbooks and his articles, I really got introduced into American cuisine, and I wanted to showcase our mission. My mission has always been to give the purest, most wholesome food to my customers, to my guests. And after I researched a little bit agriculture in this country, I realized that there were so many chemicals here. Do you realize that if you eat conventional food, every man, woman and child in this country eats 4 pounds of pesticides a year?
4 pounds of pesticides a year if you eat conventional versus certified organic produce?
No, any food.
Any food.
Any food. It can be meat, poultry, whatever. My restaurant is very old. I opened in 1979. It's now 34 years old. I always tell my customers I'm an organic restaurant. And they always said, yeah. So I decided what I had to do is to give it sort of a stamp of approval and of security. And so I found a certification agency that said you can do it in 2 years to bring out the standards and to create a standard. And for me to find all organic, really make sure that my farmers are certified organics. And I did it in 1999. They came and inspected me. I have to prove that at least 95% whatever comes to the restaurant comes from certified organic sources.
And that's difficult to do, especially in any state. But being in the Virginia, D.C. area, you must have been collaborating with other visionaries. And I captured some of the marketing material that Nora has of certified humane, USDA organic for beef, and then the farms that she uses for produce.
But this actually comes from California. He starts to do these baby lettuces I served on my cheeseburger, tiny little lettuces in certified organic greenhouses.
If you have a message for our Miami Culinary Institute students, the next generation of chefs that are coming up that want to be inspired to know what to do, what would be your advice related to organic, sustainable, ethos-driven missions? What advice could you give them? Also entrepreneurial advice that you could give them.
Okay, well, what I would do, if I would start out myself now as a chef, I never went to a school, I have to tell you. I would go and work on a farm. I think you have to know your product. I think if you're a painter, you learn about your paints. If you're a chef, you have to learn about your ingredients. And the only way really to have respect, to appreciate, to learn about the season is to work on a farm. And the other thing I would do, I would take a course in nutrition. Because so many people think only fat and sugar and salt for flavors. And it just adds a lot of calories. I mean, there's so many other ways you can give things lots of flavor without giving the calories and without giving it good nutritious stuff. You can do it with herbs, you can do it with lemon, you can do it with spices. I mean, there's so many other things than just sugar and fat.
So come check out Nora's in Washington, D.C. She's a true maverick for the eco-ethical movement. Thank you so much for your time, Nora.
Okay.
Cheers.